Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a couple things. First, I'm going to be doing a full demo and tutorial on this look right here. It is very drag inspired, it is very Pride. It is a rainbow cut crease and I'm really enjoying it. Also, we're going to be doing a full-on demo and review of the new Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. I have done a full wear test on this, so you're going to get my full thoughts, the entire tea behind this new mascara. I'm going to be demoing it, showing how it works, and everything. So if you want to see either of those things, make sure to keep on watching. Please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week, and that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. Also, the tutorial's a little long, I get that, so I will be including a timestamp so you guys know when the demo of the mascara starts. So if you're not interested in the tutorial and you just want to see the review, you can go to this time right here, and let's jump right into the video. Okay, so these I'm gonna take off because they should be just about dry. These are the Benefiance Shiseido under eye masks, which are absolute magic. Like, I don't really talk about a lot of the masks I use, but these ones, like, they're super easy, and I find that compared to a lot of the other, like, eye masks and eye gels on the market, these ones actually work, which is great. So that is just, the eyes are prepped. I'm gonna go quickly prime the eyes off camera, and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna start by grabbing the Perversion eye pencil from Urban Decay. This is black. I am going to tightline my waterline. I'm gonna zoom you guys in too, but I'm going to tightline my waterline and then just gently trace above the eye, and I'm gonna pull you in. So I did pull you guys in for the eye portion. I primed the eyes. I started with the liner, didn't like how it was like starting because the color was a little off. I want a little more black. So I did take that off just to start over. And since there was a little bit of fallout, I am gonna throw my concealer on first. So I'm gonna grab the Makeup Forever Studio HD Ultra, whatever, Ultra HD Concealer. I'm gonna throw a little bit of that just on the under eye area. We're going back to an OG favorite of doing concealer first and then throwing on our foundation after. Then with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Rose Magic Star Setting Powder, we're just gonna lock that concealer in place. And because this is such a bright color, I am going to take that over the setting powder that I originally used on the lids, because I did take my Airspun, but this powder is a little bit brighter, and since we are going for Pride Rainbow Colorful today, we definitely want to make sure that we have a nice bright base. Okay, so the first time I did this, I didn't love the technique, so I am gonna do it a little bit differently this time. I am still gonna start by tightlining, but I am going to use the Makeup Forever Obsidian Full Spectrum Liner Pencil, and that's gonna go both on the waterline, and I'm gonna tightline the upper lash as well. Because of the way we're gonna cut the lid, I did get a little bit of black liner here, but doesn't even matter because we are gonna clean that up shortly. I am gonna then grab a liquid liner. This is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm going to take that in the area we tightlined just to kind of exaggerate that upper lid area a little more. Now this is going to get covered with eyeshadow, so if you either don't like liquid liner, don't have a liquid liner, you can totally skip this step. I just personally find that I have a little more control with this, getting really close to my lashes. And that's just gonna help to enhance that eye shape a little bit more. Beautiful. So again, this doesn't have to be super neat because we are gonna clean this up with black shadow very shortly. So for today's look, I will be using a bunch of matte shadows from Juvia's Place. You do not need to have 9 palettes to do this. If you have a shade or a rainbow palette, totally use that. However, I personally find that the matte shadows from Juvia's Place are some of, if not, the best formula on the market. So I will be using the Masquerade palette, the Deuce palette, the Zulu palette, and the Magic palette, just to get the best matte tones possible. So I'm going to start by grabbing a packing brush and grabbing a red shade. I will link below the palettes I use because I'm not going to be picking them up every single time. But this is Koji from the Magic palette. And I'm going to stamp this right on the center of the lid. But notice how I'm not taking it on the inner portion. I'm really concentrating this on the outer portion. In between uses, I am taking a little Cinema Secrets just to get whatever pigment off my brush so that I can use the same brush for everything. You don't need to do that. That's just something I like to do so that I can not use 90 brushes. Next, dipping into the Zulu palette, I'm going to take the orange shade followed by the yellow shade, and I'm just going to blend that into the first shade. I just remembered I have a color switch, so I'm not going to clean my brush a million times. I'm just going to swirl it in this because that pulls the pigment off the brush so that it's ready to be used. So something that you're going to notice is that when you add the orange, the red disappears. When I add the yellow, the orange is going to not completely disappear, but you are going to lose quite a bit of it. Once you go through the entire rainbow, we will be going in reverse order just to kind of re-intensify those shades. The purpose of right now is just to deposit the color and blend it into the color before. So you can clearly see the orange, the yellow, and the red kind of looks a little pink, so we will be re-intensifying that shortly. So because of the way that green blends, I am going to be using a matte like aqua turquoise. It's not a true green, because that's going to blend both into the purple as well as into the yellow. And it's going to kind of achieve both. So we're just going to kind of place that color down as a transition, and then we'll be taking our blues and our yellows to actually blend them out. I'm going to switch to a pencil brush for the darker colors. I'm going to grab a deep blue. And now you'll notice I am taking that pretty low under the eye because I will be going in with black higher up. Taking a fluffy brush, we're just going to go into the shades. So I'm going to grab the blue to blend between the blue and the purple. Grab that turquoise to go from the blue to the yellow. Take that yellow. And now we just need to re-intensify the red. So the basis of the rainbow is done. I'm just going to make sure we have no fallout. And then I'm going to grab that fluffy brush, and we're just going to basically blend the inner corner area just so that any pigment that's left over there is gone and clean for what we're going to do next. So grabbing a clean blending brush, I'm just going to gently blend along the entire eye just to kind of give this diluted watercolor effect. And I'm going to make sure that I focus specifically above and below the color. Now grabbing my concealer again, we are going to cut the crease. I know I don't normally do cut creases just because it's not really my vibe, but I do want a very bare lid for this look, so it's kind of necessary. So I'm going to take a flat matte flesh tone shade, and I'm just going to set down that concealer. This is again Kessie from the Magic palette. There we go. And the purpose of that is it's not going to be a super bare crease. I just want, because this is all going to be covered by black. So I wanted to make sure that you have a peak of lid kind of showing through. Now that the crease is cut, going into a black liner again, we're just going to map out where the black is going to go. Okay, so the liner is on, the wings are mostly even. It doesn't actually matter because we are going to be really like packing a black shadow on top of that and smoking it out. For black shadow, I'm going to grab my Hank and Henry El Jefe Eye Trio because it is my favorite black shadow. And I'm just going to start by gently packing this shadow over the liner. And you'll notice an instant matte finish, because that is more of a satin glossy liner. Then going into a detail brush, I'm going to, this is where the precision comes in. We're going to create the shape of this black. And once we have the shape of that wing, taking that very precise brush, I'm just going to begin smoking that line out. And you are going to notice I am going to also take that black shadow and really trace out that crease under the red, because I do want this exaggerated definition where we cut that crease down. So this entire area of the eye from that wing to the crease, we're going to build up that black shadow. And then with that flesh tone shade, actually no, I'm gonna take a like frosty iridescent shimmer and I'm gonna add that over the inner portion of the lid. Alright, I'm gonna go do that exact thing on this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that's cleaned up a little bit, I'm gonna take a little bit of the Eye Luster Cream Eyeshadow from Ciate London in the shade Cupid, which came in this past month's BoxyCharm. And I'm gonna grab a small baby detailer brush. This is the JH42. And I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that and apply that over the lid. Just emphasizing that cut crease. Now taking a little more of that Jeffree Star powder, I'm just going to kind of clean up the shadow that got a little bit above where I wanted it to go. And this is something you can always do if you find your blending is a little bit uneven. So like I know my right eye is a little bit softer than my left eye. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of using this powder to gently reshape the blending on the eyes just to make sure that everything is looking a little bit better. And then we're just going to clean up that powder. So the lid wasn't popping as much as I wanted, so I took a little bit of the Eye Luster in Cupid from Ciate London that came in my BoxyCharm this month, just to kind of add a little bit more of that glittery sparkle, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It's definitely drag inspired. We have that like defined cut crease, a little grungy. So I'm gonna go and throw on the rest of my complexion and I'll be right back so that we can get into the star of the show, which you guys came to see, the Damn Girl Mascara from Too Faced. Alright, so the rest of the face is tied up. I will make sure to link down below everything else that I added. Time to try out the new mascara. So I did already, I misplaced it already. I did already curl my lashes. I am completely good to go. All we have to do is try this out. So let me just Google the claims. So this retails for $25. It launches on June 6th. The Damn Girl Revolutionary Cream and Mousse formula was developed with a special blend of whipped melting waxes that deliver immediate fully loaded extreme volume without a heavy feel. The polymers keep lashes flexible while lifting, lengthening, and locking in 24 hours of smudge and flake resistant curl. Basically sounds like everything that I don't currently like about the Better Than Sex, they fixed for this. So I did already try this once, so I do know how well it wears. I'm gonna do a full application for you guys first, and then we will see, and I'll give you guys my full review. So I'm gonna pull you guys back in, and we'll apply the mascara. Okay, so it does have, let me try and find my Better Than Sex. So this is the wand to the Better Than Sex mascara. I'm gonna put that next to the Damn Girl. So it is definitely a bigger wand, definitely a lot thicker. The one thing that it said everywhere is do not pump this mascara. The brush is apparently designed that every time you pull it out, it will reset itself, so you're getting like a new mascara or a fresh wand every single time. All right, so let's see. Let me just grab a mirror. So the way I like to apply my mascara, as you guys know, is I will start at the base and gently wiggle up. Then I will back comb on the lashes to make sure that I've coated both sides. And then going in a little bit firmer, I will be a little bit harder on the lash just to really build it up. So while that first coat dries, I am gonna put it on the other side and apply it in the exact same way. I am gonna add a second coat now that it's been a minute and it's dry. So the mascara is on. I know that on camera it's a little bit difficult to see lashes fully close, and that's pretty much with anything unless I'm wearing a really big falsie. So I am gonna give you guys my full thoughts. First off, this coats so well. It does claim that the polymers will melt together so that when you go in with a second, third, fifth, whatever coat you want, it is going to coat the lash, melt together so it doesn't get too thick or too clumpy. I definitely think that is the case. I will say that with this mascara, everything I don't like about the Better Than Sex mascara, I think Too Faced solved well. That being said, I definitely don't think that the claims of you don't need false lashes are a thing, because I know that this is a little bit of an intense eye look, but you can't see my lashes at all. And if I'm doing a wing, I'm doing a thick wing. And for me to have to, I'm just grabbing a lash just to show you guys. But with this look, for me to have to put on a false lash for you guys to see it, it almost defeats the purpose of a false lash mascara. Now I know not everybody wears falsies quite this intense. However, that being said, if you like a more natural volumized lash, this is gonna be good for you. If you're like me and you want super voluminous or just a nice lift and curl, I'm definitely gonna stick to my Benefit Roller Lash when I want a soft curl, and I'm definitely gonna stick to my falsies when I want volume. That being said, I don't dislike this mascara. It does claim to wear for 24 hours, and it definitely does. You get some really great long wearing potential out of this. However, you do need to make sure that you know what you're signing up for. If you like Better Than Sex, you are going to love this mascara because it takes everything that Better Than Sex is and amps it up to a whole better level. But yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what kind of an eye look are you guys gonna mimic for Pride, and what will you guys be wearing and trying as far as mascaras. Nope, trying that again. So make sure to let me know down below, first off, will you be picking up this mascara and what do you think? And secondly, what kind of looks are you gonna be wearing for Pride? It is June. Welcome to the season of the rainbow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.